Well, thanks for joining us tonight. So a man named Thomas Rhodes got a lifetime prison sentence for murder in connection to his wife's drowning in 1996. And 25 years later, he's a free man. The first prisoner freed from his cell by Minnesota's new conviction review group. He was set free because of some questionable issues at trial, and now he's suing the former Ramsey County medical examiner. The suit says Rhodes wants justice. Lou Raguse, what does that mean, and why exactly is he zeroing in on the Ramsey County medical examiner?
Well, Jana, that medical examiner, Dr. Michael McGee, is facing scrutiny on all of his cases. And the lawyer for Tom Rhodes says that they hope to bring it all to light.
Tom Rhodes walked out of prison 1 year ago, supporters at his side and a smile on his face. But while he is free, his attorney says he still needs justice.
Tom Rhodes was wrongfully convicted and spent nearly 25 years in prison for a crime he did not commit.
Rhodes, his wife Jane, and their 2 sons were on vacation at Green Lake in Spicer in August 1996. During a late-night boat ride for the married couple, Jane fell out of the boat and drowned. Tom said it was an accident, but he was charged and eventually convicted of first-degree murder, sentenced to life in prison. That conviction was vacated last year when the state's Conviction Review Unit found several problems with the case, now subject of a civil lawsuit in federal court.
The lawsuit alleges that the medical examiner, the prosecutor, and a sheriff's captain who were involved in his case manufactured fabricated evidence to put him in prison. What is particularly egregious is the actions of the medical examiner.
Then Ramsey County medical examiner Michael McGee eventually changed Jane's cause of death from pending to homicide. Attorneys from the Great North Innocence Project believe McGee fabricated his testimony to what prosecutors needed it to be, to say Tom struck Jane and ran her over with the boat rather than relying on medical evidence.
In this case, there are 10 different forensic pathologists, including one who was hired by the state of Minnesota, who've disagreed with Dr. McGee.
Dr. McGee's other cases are under scrutiny as well. In part because of McGee, an appeals court judge vacated the death sentence for Alfonso Rodriguez in the murder of Drew Shadeen in 2003. Judge Ralph Erickson wrote, McGee presented unsupported, misleading, and inaccurate testimony. The Ramsey County Attorney's Office is in the process of reviewing all the cases where they used Dr. McGee, now narrowed down to 71 that they need to take an extra close look at. Rhodes' attorney, Brad Thompson, hopes their lawsuit sheds light as well.
We hope that through the discovery process in this case that we uncover more evidence about Dr. McGee's pattern and practice of how he reviews cases. And we do hope that this is able to really put as much as possible out in the open so that it can be transparent as to whether or not he has been doing this in other cases for people who are still in prison.
Meantime, Thompson says Rhodes is making the difficult adjustment to life after prison, happy to spend time with his 2 sons who've always supported him and believed in his innocence.
The lawsuit is asking for monetary damages. Minnesota has a fund for people who were wrongly imprisoned, but Rhodes isn't eligible for it because he still stands convicted of manslaughter, admitting to driving the boat negligently, leading to his wife's death. Jana.
Okay, Lou, so why did prosecutors think Tom Rhodes then killed his wife in the first place if there was all of this bad stuff happening at trial?
Well, it came out when the charges came out in that trial that Rhodes was having affairs, and then there was evidence of a recent life insurance policy, so they thought the motive in that case was money. But again, when it goes back to the medical evidence, the medical examiner did not rule that it was a murder until all that stuff, the motive, had come out, and they thought that he had formed his testimony to back up the motive.
All right, Lou, thank you so much.